So today I'm going to discuss what it means to be a good 21st century citizen. The first thing that I would like to discuss is something that was talked about in one of our readings this week, as well as one of the videos by Helen, and that is the 4 C's. I think it's very important in this 21st century to have these 4 C's, which are collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity. Something that I know from another class that I had taken is that creativity and critical thinking is something that many job seekers look for when they're trying to look for a job candidate. That is one of the skills that many top companies look for, and that's something I feel like as a 21st citizen that we need. We don't need to just understand we need to understand what's behind the question being asked, not just the answer. We need to be able to find out how to get the answer, not just have the answer. Problem solving comes with that as well. Being able to look at something and dig deeper. That's something I believe that a 21st century citizen should have. The next thing would be emotional intelligence, which is self-management and understanding oneself. Before we understand the world around us, we need to understand ourselves. I think that's something that a 21st century citizen should have as well. Preparing for the future is a hard thing to do because we don't know what the future holds, but something that has evolved over the years is technology. And that is something that is very important for a 21st century citizen to understand. Not just about technology, but how to use it, the proper way to use it. And as Dr. Laura Jana mentioned in her video, 2/3 of jobs that students will have in the future don't exist yet. So preparing for that future, I think, will definitely involve technology. According to the Labor Bureau statistic that I found in 2012, 59% of jobs required technology. And over the next decade, they project it to be about 79% of jobs. And it's already going to be 2022 pretty soon. And that's going to just keep going up. So many jobs require technology. So I feel like a 21st century citizen really needs to have a deep understanding of technology, how to use it, and how to use it properly. The other thing I feel like that kept coming up when doing the readings and the videos was continuing education and still seeking to be educated throughout a lifetime, and not just it ends once you get your career. A 21st century citizen needs to have the drive and the ability to keep going and to keep getting educated, to keep seeking knowledge, which kind of goes with the critical thinking and creativity collaboration thing, where you really need to just think deeper and keep going. Don't just stop. Always wonder, always seek. I think that's an important thing that a 21st century citizen needs to have. The last thing that I'd like to touch on is, obviously, a 21st century citizen still needs to speak clearly, write clearly, think clearly. That's still something that's needed. Those core subjects are still needed. Language arts, math, government, all of those things are still needed. The new things that are being introduced as subjects, though, for 21st century citizen would be global awareness, civil literacy, health, and environmental is a big deal now as well. I think 21st century citizens need to have an understanding of the environment as well. I know that a lot of the core subjects were mentioned in that one reading that we had as a PDF. But the other thing that I noticed is that in the 50 facts sheet, and the the George Wythe University, Princeton, and Harvard, a lot of them also mentioned those in there as well, was those core subjects. And they also mentioned as well as those as subjects was that the continuing education thing, that was also something that was brushed up on those as well. So those were just my thoughts on what a 21st century citizen should have, and that was from the readings and past classes too. I've touched on this a little bit and what's important. So my key things would be like technology, the 4 C's, emotional intelligence, the basic core subjects and the new subjects, and continuing